Welcome to Dr.
J
and G Reviews. Today we're going to do a mukbang, guys, for Love is Blind, the new season in Denver.
So we're going to talk about today episodes 1 through 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we start our mukbang, we're going to tell you guys what we got. Starting with Gabe, you want to show them what you got, where it's from?
I got some wings from Wing It in Bessemer. You see that? Cajun ranch fries, cheese fries.
What flavors did you get?
I got hot and honey mustard.
You love some Cajun ranch fries.
Hey, it's
Cajun ranch cheese fries.
I'll be treating myself today. I got cheese.
What did I get?
What did you get, Miss Dr. J?
From Seafood King?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Seafood King. We never go to Seafood King. I think the last time I went there was a couple years ago, but it's closer to the house. So I got their combo B, which comes with an appetizer. You can get wings, hush puppies, or fries. Of course I got wings. So I got the hot wings. Buffalo. Yeah, we love some wings because I was actually about to get some of Wing It before I saw that combo. But thank you for the combo. And then I got the seafood, of course. A seafood boil with half a pound. I'm wasting it. Half a pound of snow crab and half a pound of shrimp.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. This is what we got. This is the spread for today. For this mukbang.
Yeah, so why did we decide to talk about Love is Blind?
Watch this show and we're gonna give our opinions on it.
Yeah. I decided to watch it a long time ago and you joined me.
I always watch Love is Blind reality TV shows when I'm in a relationship.
I'm weak.
Nah, I'm joking, y'all. I like it though.
Yeah. So let's start off with the cast. We're gonna eat, of course, while we talk. We gotta get used to doing that. Cause manners, we were told not to eat while we talk. But I'm gonna take my first bite and then we can talk about the cast.
Yeah, it's a good season this season. A lot of interesting personalities on this show.
I don't know about good season, but it's definitely interesting, I would say.
Sure.
I was a little disappointed when I saw that they went to Denver. Very disappointed after watching Married at First Sight in Denver.
Yeah, it was a disappointment.
That Married at First Sight in Denver was boring.
It was all over the place.
It was boring.
Yeah, nobody really looking for love. People don't know what they want. They think they do, and then they like, oh no, I don't think I want this, and they run away.
That's the thing with those dating shows. A lot of them think they're ready, then they realize when they get it, no, this ain't what I want. But starting with the cast, we can talk about the men.
Yeah.
And I think the total cast was like 32 or 33 people.
Yeah, it was about 32.
Yeah, but we're not going to talk about all those people.
No. We're going to talk about the couples that said yes.
Or we can talk about some of the ones that thought they were going to move forward, but they found connections. They didn't say yes maybe, but they found some connections. Right. So the first guy, going in alphabetical order, Anton. He's the 29-year-old Russian. He works in transportation.
Yeah, transportation, logistics.
Aquarius. He said he claims to be truthful, honest, looking for somebody who's open and who's very family oriented.
Right. Yeah, he seemed like he's looking for these things.
Yeah, so that's Anton. The next guy, I think we can talk about Brendan. We took notes. That's why we're looking down. If you see us looking down, we took notes. But Brendan was the next guy that really had a connection.
So we thought.
Don't give anything away, but what notes did you take on Brendan?
He's a finance manager, caring, compassionate, and he's looking for something serious, a wife.
Yeah, I didn't get much from like Brendan's, because we did a little background research before we started. And I didn't get much from Brendan's background except for some of the same things that you got. And then he had a master's degree.
Yeah.
The next guy, Edmond.
Man.
Edmond, 29-year-old realtor, the only black guy to find a connection or to have a strong connection. Libra, Said he's always living in the moment. When you watch the rest of the season, you really get to see that. Yeah. He has a passion for rollerblading. He has a master's degree, and then he's from West Virginia, so he's not originally from Colorado. Then he said he's looking for someone to join him in the life that he's already in. Right. What are your thoughts on Edmond?
Man, Edmond is...
Initial thoughts. Don't give out all your thoughts.
Initially about Edmond, he's very different. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean different? Like personality?
Yeah, personality-wise, he's a little eccentric. He dresses a certain kind of way. He's flamboyant, you know, a lot of energy and...
A lot of energy. Too much for me.
Probably a little too much energy, as you will see going forward. Him is just, he's all about trying to find somebody to complete him and the things that he like. Kind of like a life of the party or whatever, make you laugh.
Center of attention kind of guy.
Yeah, he's real attention driven, but he's just a real interesting person, I can say.
Next guy, Joe. Joe is a 29-year-old salesperson.
He's a Virgo, life of the party, quality time, family oriented.
I kind of got the same notes from him. One of the things that they mentioned, or he mentioned, was that he was personable, loyal friend, he said. Mm-hmm. He was also looking for somebody that shares his faith in God. Right. And then somebody that can join in on his family fun. We know how that goes sometimes. When they say stuff like that, people to join in on their family fun, but we'll see. So that's Joe.
That's Joe.
Next one was Jordan.
Jordan is 30, service manager. He's a single father, very passionate, eats healthy, values ambition and humor.
Jordan, I think the biggest thing that I mentioned was that I took down, aside from the things that you got, did you just say that he has a 5-year-old son?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his son. And from watching the rest of the show, definitely, you'll know he got a son.
He's all about fatherhood.
That may be to his downfall, but we'll see.
Jordan, his son Luca. His son's name is Luca.
Yeah. What about Mike? Mike was the next one that really had a connection.
Yeah. Mike he's a real estate investor, Pisces, growth mindset. He likes to travel. He wants a healthy partner. So, you know, that's working out, eating healthy. So he's
not eating these wings and mukbangs.
Hey. We all love some good wings and some good crab legs, so y'all gonna tune in. So he was more established. He's looking for a wife. He buys properties and all that.
Yeah, he said he's looking for someone that's not helpless. He wants somebody, he said, with a growth mindset.
Somebody got a job.
Yeah, somebody that has the same level of ambition that he has. He's looking for somebody that ain't looking to be taken care of is what he's looking for. Yeah, so that's Mike. What about Nick? Nick was the next one that really had a connection as far as the guys.
So Nick is 28. He sells luxury watches. That's different. You know, he sells Rolexes and Cartiers and all that. And he likes to travel, wants a strong emotional connection as well. He's vulnerability. He's looking for that. Yeah, so what do you think about Nick?
The biggest thing that I took down notes about Nick was that he was afraid of hurting other people. And that says something. When you mention that as one of the things, because I think they asked them all, you know, one of their biggest fears or something like that.
Right.
But when one of your biggest fears is hurting other people, that's a problem. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see. He seems vulnerable, though.
And then Patrick. Patrick was the last guy that had a real connection.
Oh, Patrick, man. My boy Patrick, y'all. 31, construction manager. He's a Scorpio. He likes to play poker.
I didn't hear him talk about that much in the pods, about him playing poker. But that is on his background.
Yep. He's an Asian American.
Was he the only Asian?
Yeah.
Asian guy. He was the only Asian guy. Of course, in Denver and Colorado, the highest percentage is, you know, white Americans.
Right.
So other races like the black and the Asian, it's harder for them to date, and they were talking about that in the pods.
Yeah, he says hard to find somebody being like one of the only. He grew up like one of the only Asians in school, his class, and just throughout his life, he was kind of singled out. He seems to be looking for love.
And he said one of the things that he was looking for. He's a first generation college student, and one of the things that he was really looking for is somebody spontaneous.
Right.
Yeah. So that's all of the guys. And then we'll talk about the women and some of the things that the cast in general had in common. So the first woman is Allie.
Yep.
Allie, she's 29, nurse. Aries, shout out to the Aries. Brazilian, she does not like to clean. Shout out to the not like the cleaners. She says she's currently pursuing another degree and that she's looking for somebody who is a leader. That's what I took from her background. Any thoughts on her?
She's very like mild mannered, you know, seem quiet. I was kind of trying to pick up a read on her. I'm still trying to feel her out or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have much on her either.
But she hadn't really shown her personality like that.
Next one, Anna, for women that had a connection. Anna is the 28-year-old hairstylist, Virgo. She likes to go to concerts. She says she's respectful, very respectful of her parents. And she's fluent in 2 languages. She was looking for someone who's emotionally mature and then someone to help her calm her mind.
Right. She seemed to want something that's real as well.
Was Anna the Asian young woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna.
Yeah. She seemed like passionate and emotional and vulnerable and everything.
I gotta give me some water. I got medium, but it's a little spicy. Not too spicy.
It's too high for her, y'all.
I can't say it's not as good as cranberry. It's not as good. Not as well seasoned. Anna ain't got no sausages. No sausages. They want you to pay extra for the sausages. The next one is Annie. Annie is the 31-year-old hairstylist. Aries again. Spend times with family. She said her dad never let her down. I think that was very important to mention. When somebody say their dad never let them down, they have high regards for their partner and what they are looking for out of their partner. And she mentioned that her parents have a fantastic marriage. So she looking for the bar is set here, and she expects somebody to get her to that bar.
Yeah, she looking for that old school love.
I don't know about that old school. I don't know about that. You ain't even offer me.
You want a wing? You got wings. You know what I'm saying?
You got a different flavor.
We both got wings. You want one of mine?
Okay.
You can have one. Sharing is caring, y'all.
Thank you, sir. All right. So, Kacie, 34-year-old hair. She does hair and makeup. I don't know if she owns a place or what. But she's a Cancer.
Shout out to the Cancers.
Looking for someone funny. She says she typically dates younger, which is interesting. I don't know many women who typically date younger, or her reason for dating younger. And she says she's looking for somebody outgoing.
Yeah, she wants somebody to keep up with her.
Maybe she got a lot of energy. That might be it. Older man, kind of slow down. Maybe she's looking for somebody with some energy. You're not that much older than me.
Okay.
Calibri. How do you say her name? We call her KB because they call her that in the show.
I totally spelled her name wrong. I said Calibri. Calibra. It ain't even like that. It started with a K.
Yeah.
She's a social worker. Virgo, wants a listener. Effort, sporty guy. Yeah, she black.
She black. And heads up, to me, I was trying to figure out what she was doing in Denver.
She definitely ain't from Denver.
Or Colorado. She may not live in Denver, but Colorado in general. I don't know many baddies in Colorado. I ain't seen many baddies in Colorado, but she is one.
Colorado just called her straight.
What? Well, I ain't seen many. You was at the airport. I ain't seen many baddies in Colorado, but...
We actually been to Denver one time. Well, we got delayed there. Very interesting place.
For now, we'll leave it at that. But she said that she was looking for somebody who puts in work, like you said, sporty. But one of the biggest things that stood out for me in her background, red flag, she says she falls in love a lot of times with potential. Ladies, we know how that can go. All right, we almost done. We almost done with the ladies. Last two, Madison and Megan. Or Sparkle Meg.
Sparkle Meg, y'all.
But Madison, talk about Madison.
Madison, she is 28. She's a designer. She's a Leo. And she went on 41 dates last year.
That's crazy.
And she bought her first house at 26. That's great. So yeah, Madison, she wants somebody to settle down with, continue to build her life, just kind of add to what she already is doing.
The 41 dates is crazy, but to make it even more crazier, it was 41 first dates. So that means 41 men. Where the heck do you find 41 available men to go out on a date with?
You'll be surprised.
No, I'll pass. But one important thing to mention about Madison, she does have a eye disease that is degenerative. So it's a possibility that she could one day be blind.
Yeah.
That's important to mention about her. But she says she's looking for somebody to stimulate her mind and somebody that can also be able to be gentle with that condition that she does have.
She wants somebody to be careful with her.
Yeah. Then the last one, Sparkle Meg. There you go.
Sparkle Meg.
Yeah, Megan W.
So she is an entrepreneur like myself and Dr. J. She's an Aries, and
The Aries is on the show.
And she is the independent type, a perfectionist. She
Aries characteristics.
Down to earth, emotional, and financial stability. She noted that she said that she made a lot of money with her new career and everything. So that kind of scares guys off if they're not stable yet.
Yeah, and I think throughout the show, we really saw that she was looking for somebody financially stable.
But she wants an emotional connection as well. She always goes for the same type of guys.
Yeah, and part of that, we'll see more or talk about more in the show, the type of guys that she goes for. All right, so that was the guys, that was the girl, and I think I took a little notes about some similarities between some of them, and I'll go through that really quickly. So, excuse me, that Corona got me burping.
She got a Corona, y'all.
Corona, you want a sponsor? We'll take it. Sun Brew Citrus. We're trying out that citrus and lime. But most of them, they range from late 20s to mid 30s. There was a few people that stood outside of that age range, but none of them were really chosen. It was somebody in their early 40s, two women in their late 30s, but neither one of them had a match.
Yeah.
With the casting, why do you think most of them were late 20s, early 30s?
I think they're trying to find more people more mature.
Yeah.
And that's kind of knows what they want. Mm-hmm. You know, they on here to get married, so somebody to start a family with, life partner, you know.
Yeah, and most of them said that they had already achieved what they wanted in their career. Now it's time for a family.
Yeah. Kind of like me. Building my way up. But I get what they saying, though. I'm 37, so, you know, it's that time in your life where it's like, it's time to settle down.
Yeah, and most of them actually had degrees. Some of them had their masters. Some of them still working on it. A lot of them were working in professional roles, but those professional roles were kind of like entrepreneur careers. Like those who were in IT, finance. We had a lot of people, the women in beauty.
Yeah, a lot of hairdressers and stuff like that.
So we know with that kind of schedule, when you're an entrepreneur, it ain't never off.
No, it ain't, y'all.
Unfortunately.
Nope.
Give me my man back. Okay. Other than that, a lot of the men showed up. It was a lot of Geminis, Libras, and Pisces as far as the men.
Yeah. And
a lot of the men describe themselves as like family-centered, loyal, and truthful. We gonna see. Right. Active and then outdoorsy. And then for the women, a lot of them, almost all of them, describe themselves as independent, emotionally mature, and then successful in their career. A lot of them presented as like strong alpha females. Yeah. We know that can be difficult. And like I said, many of them were Aries.
They definitely know what they want.
Aries, driven people, perfectionists, have pretty high standards. Yeah. But they also were looking for somebody who was ambitious, who can take over, some of the low off a lot of them were looking for. And we've talked about this before. We found, like, the statistics, many of the women, they actually applied to the show. And what about the men?
Yeah, the guys just like, they kind of just found them like, you know, maybe I'll sign up.
Yeah, most of the guys, when it came to...
They weren't willingly participants.
They weren't eager. They weren't overly eager to sign up. A lot of the show were reaching out to some of the guys. You know, they saw them on social media. Stuff like that. The show reached out to them.
Right. It just kind of seemed like it's centered around a woman who want to get married and, you know, have a family. And not saying the guys don't want that. It's just kind of centered around you got to find your true match, your soulmate.
Yeah.
So I can kind of see why all the women apply, because that's what they looking for. They looking for a husband. And
so episode 1.
Yeah, so episode 1, we got Kacie. She has a hot blunt issue with social media. Her ex, and she grew up a Mormon.
She was the one where her ex was still...
Basically still around.
Yeah.
She still talks to him, and he was like, yeah, you go on the show, you'll be back. So that sort of thing.
Yeah. So that was Kacie.
And then Anna, she had a great personality, real bubbly and kind of seemed full of life. And then we got Blake. We said Blake was boring.
You can tell that Blake was an accountant just from his appearance and the energy that he brought in. Definitely was an accountant.
Definitely a college grad, 9 to 5. K type of guy.
Hey.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's
no, it ain't.
He's giving that though. You just see, And then we got Ollie and Anton. They both speak 3 languages,
which was crazy. That's crazy.
And were enhanced.
Crazy, amazing.
At 8. Open conversations like "Baby, I love you." First impressions of each other. First proposal, unexpected. Edmond, let's talk about Edmond, man. We were talking about Edmond in the beginning, the black guy.
You moved fast from Ellie and Anton.
I mean, they pretty much like...
They matched first.
Yeah, they was like one of the first ones that matched, like, so...
And that's because they started off having open conversations. Like, everybody else, most of their conversations were to themselves. But they really were talking about family stuff, expectations, life, that kind of stuff, so they matched first.
Right. We're going to talk about Edmond. He matched up with Calabria.
Well, they were dating.
They were dating in the pods. We talk about Edmond, real emotional guy, real flamboyant, and just like really, really different.
Yeah, he started crying in episode 1. And I should have known then that was a foreshadow of what was to come, dear Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was very open. They were very open in their conversation, too, on episode 1.
Right.
So, Jordan and Megan W, or Sparkle Megan, was another connection that was happening in episode 1.
Yeah, Jordan is the one with the 5-year-old.
And his son has type 1 diabetes, and they talked about that a lot in the episode.
Yep.
And then what about her dad's son?
And her dad, Meg's dad, had actually passed from diabetes. Mm-hmm. They shared a connection based off of that kind of drawed them together.
Right.
And it just made her more open to him, seeing how he cares for his son and everything.
Yeah, because he was sure to bring up that he had a son. You know, he didn't hide that like some of the previous seasons.
Right.
He didn't hide that at all.
So, and then we got Mike and Megan W, Sparkle Meg. She had two connections. Mike was a traditional guy, stability. He travels. He's the one that's in, the real estate investor, buys properties and all that. Mm-hmm. So they connected on, hey, we much alike. We both got ourselves together. We both travel. Like, he's a provider, so she wants that. She lives a certain lifestyle, and so that's her thing.
Yeah.
But they connected as well. But, yeah.
You know what she was finna say?
These two. Yeah. We'll see.
Okay, so episode 2, starting off with Ellie and Anton meeting since they were the first to get engaged. So for them, we look at the kisses when people meet. We talk a lot about the meetups when they meet. We anticipate the meetups when they meet. to see how the interaction would be. Because, like, that first look is always telling or foreshadowing on how things are going to go. And for them, we noticed that they got a cheek kiss first, that she gave him a cheek kiss first. And then Anton, he seemed very impressed by Allie's appearance. And then Allie, she didn't talk much. She was a bit speechless, so you couldn't read much on how she or what she was thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
But they did connect, and going forward, we shall see how these two.
What are your thoughts as far as them making it? Just from, not from what we already saw, because we watched episodes 1 through 6, but what are your thoughts on them making it from their first meetup?
I think they just got to get more comfortable with each other, being around each other, and getting to know each other, but I could see them making it. I could see them making it or whatever.
We'll see.
So we got
Joe and Madison.
Joe and Madison. They had an awkward cat combo. I don't know what that was about. He was kind of slow to respond to her about her illness and her potential blindness and all that. He was kind of hesitant on that.
Oh yeah, because she was sure to tell him about that. Yeah. She wanted to make sure that whoever she had a connection with was okay with that. So she told him about the potential blindness and that being a thing. And you could tell he was processing it. And I think that's another foreshadow of what's to come.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's Joe and Madison. Then we
got Brendan and Annie. They were very giggly, discussing core memories.
They was talking about their future, and he was like, if we have a boy, I'm willing to be the coach of the team, whatever sport he played. If we have a daughter, I'm going to watch them at ballet. He just want to be involved as a parent.
Yeah.
So they were talking about their future a lot in their conversations.
Next, we got Edmond and KB. Edmond, man. So they was talking about he had his community because he like rollerblades or whatever. So these people are real important to him. I guess growing up, he didn't really have support.
Yeah, he talks about that later in some other episodes. But in this one, he talks about how rollerblading is his community.
Yeah, and he was kind of slow to respond to a lot of things. Kind of hesitant on
I think he was more slow to respond. And he talked about his mom not being around.
Yeah.
And how he was able to... His mom gave him up, I believe.
Yeah.
Or she was on drugs.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, she was
And later in life, he allowed her to come back into his life. And he was able to forgive her. And KB was like... And he said part of him being able to forgive her was because he knew that she loved him.
Regardless of...
Yeah. And KB was like, maybe that's the problem with me not being able to forgive my dad because he was absent. And he's still alive, but I don't even really know if he loves me.
Yeah.
And she was asking, she really wanted a response on how she can forgive her dad, even if she doesn't know that he loves her. And he didn't really have a response to that.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe Edmond can help her in that sense,
Maybe.
Show her, like, how to forgive, maybe. So, and then next we got Megan W. That's Spark and Meg.
Oh, we're talking about the different connections that she had.
So, the different connections. So, Meg had a few connections. She had Blake, Mike, and Jordan. Megan and Jordan, they laughed a lot. He's real silly and kind of just full of life and not take everything serious.
Yeah. And this is still in episode with...
Mike was talking about security and providing and...
Same old same.
He said he had a Tempur-Pedic bed.
Yeah, we need that Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah.
I need that bed.
It was a slight flex.
Yes, but she liked it. I could tell she really liked him talking about his financial security. She really liked that.
Yeah. And then we had Megan and Blake. She compared money situations and her friend wedding. Her friend wedding was like a lot of money, like almost $1 million. And he was like uncomfortable.
Yeah, he was like, that was too much, and she really didn't have a response.
Yeah.
It sounded like it was okay with her, but for him, no.
Yeah. And Blake was the one who was asking about the car she drove.
Blake got on my nerves with that damn car situation.
Yeah. She never told him, I don't think.
No. She ended up. Did she end up telling him, or she ended up telling somebody else?
She told one of the other guys.
Was she the one with 2 cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she got 2 trucks, maybe.
And one of the guys, I think it was Jordan. He drove like a 2013 Kia or something, and he was like, "Hey, I drive Kia." So
yeah, and she drove. Was it a Land Cruiser and another kind of Jeep? Something. I don't know.
I didn't catch this.
But it was 2 pretty expensive cars. And when
Yeah.
I say expensive, maybe expensive to us regular people.
And then we had Blake and Anna. They had a s'mores date. She ghosted someone after talking on the first date.
Yeah, she was telling him that she ghosted a bunch of people after their first dates. That she was a serial ghoster.
She's a runner. Yeah.
She's a track star.
She's a runner. She's a track star. She's gonna run away when it gets hard.
Hey, that used to be my baby love.
Yeah, we all run at some point in our life, but you know one thing about running, you only run so far till you're coming back. Yeah, so like she said, she ghosted a lot of people or whatever. So next we had Patrick and Kacie. They both are like athletic or whatever. They're competitive, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And they was like having a hoop game. She was making a lot of shots and everything, and he wasn't making anything or whatever. So she's very competitive.
Yeah.
You know, so she likes to keep score. You know what I'm saying?
We know what that can do in a relationship.
Yeah. So
Keep the score.
that's a red flag.
Yeah.
And Patrick had another connection with Anna. Mm-hmm. She was Asian, which they both are. Might be his person.
Yeah, that's what he told her, I believe.
Yeah.
That she might be his person. He told her that pretty confidently, that she might be his person. And then we check out the next day in the pod, still the same episode 2. They leave us on a cliffhanger. And it's Patrick sitting in the pod like, hello?
Yeah.
Waiting for Anna. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Anybody home?
Then boom. Episode 3.
So, episode 3 is on. Plot twist. Unexpected. Anna went home.
Was you expecting that?
Considering that she ghosted people and I
didn't put that together.
No.
I did not put that together when you just said that. Yeah. She ghosted people.
I think she...
God damn, she did an in-person ghost. She ghosted them in person. God, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy work. Yeah, so she just up and left. So that's why she didn't show up in the pod. She didn't say anything. She had another connection. He was shocked.
With Jordan. Was it Jordan?
Yeah, it was Jordan.
Yeah.
And
she ghosted.
Man,
both of
Patrick
them.
was like heartbroken, like just...
She really seemed to be Patrick number 1. And what was surprising for both of them, because like I said, the Asian population is slim.
Yeah.
Both of them were surprised to be attracted to each other.
Right.
They're used to both dating white people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Patrick and Anna. Yeah, Megan W. and
Mike.
So Mike was kind of like, they were trying to talk and get deeper on a deeper level, and you know, he's just kind of insensitive about her past.
Really about her dad having diabetes. Yeah. Mike was the one that was like a health freak, and he was like, really, nobody should be dying of diabetes, or nobody should have diabetes. All they got to do is change their diet and exercise.
Yeah, that was real insensitive. But
yeah,
it's harder than
especially for people with type 1.
Right.
Yeah. So
that was alarming to her, because that was alarming to her. That put her on notice a little bit about him being insensitive. So Megan W. and Jordan. So he is a little materialistic, he says.
Probably to her.
Yeah, he's like, I got Gucci sneakers. I don't wear them a lot, but he was like, he'll spend some money on himself when he wants to.
Yeah, every now and then.
So she liked it that, because at first I think she thinks she was a cheapskate.
Yeah, and aside from his son, him talking about his son, he also talked about a lot that he has a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know what made him make that decision, but he didn't want to leave that up to, the women.
Yeah.
That he had kids or whatever. So, he has a vasectomy. And they talked about him getting that.
Yeah, so it's more like trust the universe, but we thought she was going to friend zone him based off of a lot of the things he was saying.
Well, she was thinking about friend zoning him until he talked about his Gucci shoes.
Right. So Blake was a no-show, left after Anna.
Yeah, so again, Megan W had a connection with Blake. She went in the pods looking for him to come, and boom, hello, hey, you there? No Blake.
Yeah, Blake.
Remember, Blake also had a connection with Anna. Blake decided after Anna left,
he was leaving.
He was out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, Blake left unexpectedly, so that made everything crazy.
That narrowed down her choices to two.
So then you got Joe and Madison meet up. Surprise. Joe was surprised. He was kind of nervous. He said it was a little weird. He kind of had some mixed feelings about them meeting.
Yeah. And remember, Madison was the one with the blinding condition.
Yeah.
So we will later see why he reacted in this kind of way. In the episode, I think 6, they talk more about why he reacted this way. We'll see.
Yep. Annie V and Nick and Brendan.
Annie had 2 connections with Nick and Brendan.
So Annie and Brendan, not saying much. She reassured him a lot. He didn't talk much. Waiting for him to tell her he loves her. And you know, on this show, that's a big thing, you know.
Yeah. Annie really liked Brendan a lot. But
Yeah.
Brendan wasn't giving her much. It was like pulling teeth talking to Brendan.
Yeah, he was real surface level. Like,
She kept reassuring him, like,
it just seemed like he just think he had it in the bag. You
Yeah.
know, like, I know she gonna.
he didn't have to fight much for her.
Right. Yeah, he didn't have to.
I don't know if he knew she had another connection or not.
No. And that's the thing with this season. Like, nobody is thinking about anybody other connection. They're not trying to find out. It's a real mysterious one this time.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because that was kind of different from some of the other seasons. They didn't talk a lot about their connections when they were in the, what they call that? The little group room.
Yeah.
When they were back in the group room, they didn't talk a lot about who they were connecting. They were talking about it, but they didn't mention any names,
Right.
that kind of stuff.
I actually like that they're doing it like this. We don't know if they might have told them to do that, but I think.
Yeah, I wonder if they did.
Probably. But I'm glad they did that because previous seasons, it done came out about somebody knew somebody previously, and it was just good that everybody was keeping it private. Like,
Yeah.
because it's easy to change your thoughts about somebody. And this person come in and, well, I got a connection with her, and she told me.
Yeah, they come in all excited about the connection.
So.
And last season we saw, they found out he telling me the same thing he telling you.
Yeah.
We saw that a lot last
It
season.
kind of like messes up the experience a little when they do that. So, Annie and Brendan didn't say much. She wanted to say he loved her. He was dragging about that. Annie and Nick, they gave a lot of puppy dog energy, sexy time.
We talked a lot about that. That was awkward.
They talked a lot about sex.
Yeah.
That was
Too much for me. When you just getting to know somebody.
Right.
Too much.
Maybe been the wine, maybe the drinks.
Or maybe so.
But she was feeling it in that instance. Then we got Nick and Kate. Hadn't talked much about Kate. He loves her, gave her reassurance, had her falling hard for him. Babe, girlfriend. Yeah.
That was them. Then we get to our third proposal.
Edmond and KB.
KB seems to really like Edmond. And part of that, it seemed like because he was somebody so different from what she was used to dating.
Yeah.
You drinking your Corona? You ain't drunk none of it.
Oh, that's a little sweet. So yeah, she really likes him. Like I said, he's so quirky. He has his over-the-top personality, making her laugh. I just want to know, I need some of his energy. As a man was bouncing off the wall.
What was he on?
He was bouncing off the wall like he took an Adderall or something.
He was in the pods, acting like he a track star.
And he was yelling and all
jumping.
This. Yeah, he was just, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to fare going forward, but she seemed to like that. He's totally different from what she, even all the way to down how he talks, the way he dresses, you know what I'm saying?
The energy I think she really liked is how he emotionally open he was.
Right.
Might come to bite her in the ass. Okay.
And we got Patrick and Kacie. Patrick's not the same after Anna left. He just kind of like, man, now what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, he like, I gotta go with somebody. I ain't leaving here empty-handed.
And we all know when you gotta pick.
I don't want to be nobody's second choice.
When you gotta pick someone by default because your other connection left or whatever, you kind of like, oh, man.
Yeah.
It's not genuine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It didn't seem like he was in love with this other girl. But he really liked her too. So they talked. So after that, we got Jordan and Megan, Spark and Meg. And then you got Mike and Meg, Spark and Meg.
Megan is his number one.
Yeah. And then you got Mike and Meg, two guys trouble. He reminds her of exes, fear they may be each other types, leading to leading with his stability. So he uses that he's established and he's this and he's got
and
that.
She like, I always go for that type. And I don't know if it was in this episode, but she was like, yeah, I dated a billionaire.
Yeah. And she said it was like dating a box of rocks.
Yeah. Bland, nothing really for her, no excitement, same routine,
just an
no
old man
time spent
with money.
Yeah. And then she said she went on to date after that somebody younger that ain't had no money. And she enjoyed like the personality, the things they would do together, but she needed that money. So she's trying to find somebody.
She's trying to blend these two guys.
Yes.
Into one.
Yes. And we know that can be hard to do.
Very hard. So that's...
Let me pull my chair up.
So,
I'm done eating now, y'all.
So that's episode 3.
Okay. And then we get to episode 4. As we see, they like to start the episodes off with some reveals or the meetups for the proposals. Episode 4, we start off with Edmond and Kacie meetup. What you think about their reveal?
It was what I expected. I expected them two to kind of
him to have that high energy.
Yeah. So I wasn't shocked that they connected. You know, when they met each other for the first time. She was smitten by how he dressed, and
I was surprised, but
like I said, opposites attract. So it seemed like that with them two.
Yeah, so that was their meetup. For the next couple was Nick and Kate. Kate talked about her mom passing away in their conversation, and he seemed like he genuinely cared about that and wanted to listen. And then we saw Nick have his date with Annie, and they were talking about more about like the future, talking about when they become parents and how they were going to discipline their kids.
Yep. Yeah, they was talking about all the things that you should be talking about if you. So they was having a good conversation.
Yeah. And then, because we were going back and forth with connections, the next connection that Annie had was with Brendan. So the next date was Annie and Brendan. And they were talking about, again, going back to the same from last episode, she was trying to get some reassurance real bad from Brendan.
Yeah. Then
we went to Patrick and Kacie's date, which was awkward to me because she brought up her situation about her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
This was the one where she was talking about her ex-boyfriend before she left for the show told her, I will be waiting when you get back.
Yeah, and when somebody tell you that, they put something in your mind. If you allow it. And it just seemed like it's something else. Maybe it is the ex thing. Maybe she's just not over him, you know what I'm saying? But she still talked to him, He's able to say that to you, so how that goes. So she's just in her head a lot.
Yeah, and Patrick started to draw back from that. When he heard that, he was like, I don't know about that. He was like, I don't like that you talk to your ex at all in that capacity.
Who wouldn't?
No, I definitely wouldn't. I definitely would not. And he was like, maybe this is too good to be true.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he said, I love you. In the end, after being not really sure, he still said he loved her. And no other girl here have proposed to.
I mean, his only connection was the other girl and
that was gone.
So
I was like, here is the key word, girl. Here. Because the old girl is gone.
Yeah, he came.
You the only thing he got left.
He came off a little desperate on that.
Yeah. And she kind of begged him when it came to after that situation when he was like, I don't know about you talking to your ex. She was like, whatever you want, I will get rid of him. I will delete him. I will tell him not to contact me. I will do all of that. So he was like, okay, she kind of worked for the proposal.
So, sidebar, if I gotta tell you to do all that, you should do that anyway.
Yeah.
I should have to tell you to stop talking to your ex or
Yeah.
block him and all that. Like, you know, I mean, why are you on this show anyway?
Yeah.
So it's just, that was a thing, you know what I mean? Like, that was something that kind of sparked my mind.
Yeah.
With her, like, yeah, I don't think she's over her ex. But anyway, on to
Mike and Megan, Sparkle Megan.
Yeah.
Again, talking about the same things. This is when she talked about her dating a billionaire. But then he kind of got irritated. Mike started showing his irritation with Megan. He was irritated, like, why haven't you chosen me yet? I know you have another connection. And by now, there's no competition between me and your other connection. So you should have already chosen me, and you're not reassuring me. He was looking for some reassurance, and she wasn't giving him that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think they too much alike in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
For Jordan and Megan, Sparkle Meg, that was the next date. So for them, they were looking at them being in very different circles. But when they talked, you could tell that they were very happy. But they went back to some of the same conversations about the diabetes. She looked a lot lighter, like airy, when she walked in the pod to hear Jordan talk, because she wasn't seeing him. To hear Jordan, she looked a lot lighter than she did in her conversation with Mike. And she even slipped in, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah, her and Mike just too serious, you know, it's like, just very surface level, you know, hey, I'm stable, I'm this, I'm that, this is me. You know, I didn't feel, Jordan made her feel a type of way with the laughing and just being full of life and open and everything. I think she's looking for that. She wants to be lightened up, you know, not so uptight. And it's all about money, 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 money. You know what I'm saying?
We had our last love square in this episode. The love square on that was Nick and Kate. So Nick and Kate, they had their date, and I think it was Kate maybe who said she kind of felt love bombed by Nick, because remember, Nick told her he loved her.
Yeah.
She said she actually feared he would take that back, and part of it came true because they started talking more and more, and one of the things that came up was she said she don't believe in God.
Yeah.
And that was a really big thing for Nick. Once Nick heard that, he completely cut himself off. He was like, nah, this ain't gonna work.
He has every right to feel that way. Is that a deal breaker for you? Religion is a big thing for people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was kind of the...
That was it for Nick and Kate.
Yeah, short-lived.
Yeah. So then it was Nick and Annie, and this is where we got our other proposal. So Nick, he said he was choosing her. He told her he loved her. Then he proposed. Did that surprise you about the Nick and Annie proposal?
Yeah, it did. But they did seem to get along. They aligned on some things.
He kind of picked her as a default too, because the old girl didn't believe in God. So he kind of went with Annie.
Yeah, that was his second pick. So
yeah,
we'll see how that goes.
We will. And then that meant that Annie had to have a conversation with Brendan. And we know they weren't having really serious conversations. And we know from the past episodes, from the past seasons, how this goes when somebody trying to break it off. She was trying to break it off with him, and here go Brendan. No. Then he started confessing. These are my confessions. Everything that he felt for her.
Yeah.
Everything he felt for her so he can tug at the last. He was like, I want you. I love you. This is how I saw our future. This is what I want from each of us. This is how I want things to be. He spilled all of that in the last minute and thought it was going to change her mind. I was afraid it was because of what happened in Love is Blind UK.
Yeah.
With that other couple about her changing her mind because old buddy confessed at the last moment his feelings. But I was afraid that was going to happen here.
Yeah, and, Brendan was crying and, just feeling so bad, about I guess, not opening up and reassuring her. And he knew she had another connection. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a little too late. A little too.
She did right. She stood on her. She stood on business, as they say. And no, I'm not gonna choose you because now you tell. I gave you all these ample amount of time to tell me how you feel. I just feel like he think he had it in the bag.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
Like me over him. Like, come on. Like,
yep, he did.
you know you want me. It was like that. Like,
yeah. Then we moved to episode 5. Episode 5. This is our last episode in the pod. Thank Jesus. So, Mike and Megan W. Sparkle Megan. Yeah. So
he was telling her to go with another connection. And
yeah. So she wouldn't have any regrets.
So he bowed out.
Yeah, he bowed out because he could feel that she wasn't getting what she wanted from him. So he was like, okay, I'll bow out. You just go with the other connection. But I don't want you to have no regrets.
But he wasn't really giving her anything besides his lifestyle and his...
Yeah, he's cocky, though, in the fact that he didn't want to be like Brendan. He was like, I'm not begging you. I'm not begging you. You do what you please. I know what I am. I know what I got. You do what you want. So that left Nick. We did their reveal in this episode where they met. We said they had the longest kiss.
Yeah, they did. Man, they was locking lips for a long time.
Yeah.
I thought somebody was going to have to pull them apart.
Yeah, Barbie and Ken.
Literally.
Barbie and Ken. She said that's not what she envisioned when she thought about Nick. She thought she was going to get her a mountain man with a beard and all that. But she got Ken.
Yep. She got Nick in accounting. IT Nick.
Yeah. Then we had Megan, Sparkle Megan, and Jordan. We finally got that proposal on this episode.
Yep. And when they met each other, it was positive. Meet. You know, they seemed to connect. She was actually smitten by him. Like,
yeah.
She loved his tattoos and like she seemed to really like Jordan, man. Yeah,
she was impressed. And part of her being like surprised and impressed because Mike put it in her head when he was like, you gonna have regrets. He put it in her head. It's something that I have that Jordan doesn't.
Yeah, money.
Yeah.
What else you got? Because you ain't got no personality.
Yeah, he didn't say that. And I think he thought he looked better than Jordan. But I'm here to say whatever.
I'm staying out of that one. But yeah.
But he thought he looked better than Jordan. But Jordan has my vote.
Love is blind. It's not a look.
Right. That's not what's important. But again, in their meetup, something that I didn't really like or wasn't a big fan of, he made the meetup again about his son. I love the kid. He talked too much about his son in the pod at the meetup. He had pictures of his son.
Yeah, I thought that was a little. I don't say weird, but real fast.
He's talking about how she looked forward to being his mama, not stepmama, not bonus mom, but mama.
Yeah, so Jordan is real like his son is his whole world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But you gotta have a life outside of your kids.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying? And then you dating somebody who doesn't have kids. Well, you're trying to, so yeah. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Then we got Kacie and Patrick and we in episode 5 with them in the hotel lobby about to have a serious conversation.
You know, man, my boy Patrick, man.
What you finna say that's in episode 6?
Nah, I wasn't finna say anything. I just said Patrick, man. I don't know.
Getting the short end of the stick, my boy.
Yeah, man.
Pope Patrick. I feel for Patrick.
I feel for Patrick, man. But I do think he really wants love and
yeah, I can see it, and he's prepared for it.
You know.
But let's go to episode 6 to tell y'all why poor Patrick.
Yeah.
So episode 6 start off with them in hotel lobby, and she tells the camera people, I'm just not obsessed with him. He deserves somebody who is obsessed with him.
And she's absolutely right.
Yeah. Y'all deserve somebody that's obsessed with us.
I'm obsessed with you. Every day. But yeah, so she was telling him she was telling the camera people.
Yeah, she told the camera people this.
She don't see her attraction growing as far as it is. Mm-hmm. And it's not that far. It was just like, he's a good guy. Her family, her brothers dated Asian, all this, but that might not be for you though. You know what I'm saying? So
she said that might not be for her.
yeah. So it was just he was telling her like she didn't want to go on the trip and all that, and he was like, "It's okay, we could." It was like it was mixed signals. She was trying to like break basically like I don't want nothing to do with this guy. He was like, "Oh, when we get back."
He was like, we could just take it back to Colorado. We don't even have to do the rest of the show. We don't even have to interact. We don't even have to go on a honeymoon. We can just do our thing and we can take it slower than, you know, how the show is progressing really fast. We can take it slow. She was trying to break it, like you said, completely off. But part of the problem, the whole time she was having this conversation, she was kissing all over this man, hugging him, saying, I'm sorry.
Love bombing.
Yeah, she was doing all of that without saying,
I'm not attracted to you.
Yeah, and she was reassuring him, it's not the attraction thing. That's not it. I just can't do this.
But paying to her talking to the producers or whoever,
it was attraction.
Maybe 45 minutes, she was like, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not attracted to him. Like, she was just like, she just lied.
Lied to his face.
Yeah.
Okay, on from them. Madison and Joe. So right now we have moved on after they leave the hotel lobby to the resort for the honeymoon.
It gets good.
Yeah, so first start off with them and their separate conversations, them getting ready for bed. I guess it was their first day, you know, they probably got there late. Yeah. So they getting ready for bed. Some of them having a night out at the jacuzzi. All of their rooms were really nice. Had a jacuzzi attached to it or a little swimming pool attached to it individual.
Mexico is a top spot, man. I'll tell you that. It's beautiful, man.
They went to Baja. So Madison and Joe, they paying to them first. They having a conversation in the hot tub. And y'all forgive me. Madison, y'all know she has the degenerative eye disease. And she done bumped into some stuff and almost fell. I said, oh, Jesus. Please don't fall. I had to stop myself from laughing.
I'm glad you did.
Thank you.
You did right.
Thank you. But that conversation in the pool, again, here we go with the physical attraction, then being honest to the camera people, but lying to the person in their face.
Yeah, he was going on about, like, he asked her, she asked him, you don't think I'm hot? He was like, yeah, you're hot. But we were like, come on, stop lying. You know, she was like, he was like, it's weird, like, I couldn't put the face to the
conversation.
He was like, he just kind of was trying to figure out like why I feel different, and I don't know, it was like a disconnect for him or something like that.
Yeah.
So of course she's real insecure or whatever about certain things. He was like, oh, was talking to the cameras like, I usually date thinner women. You know what I'm saying? She's a little thicker or whatever. So, you know, like we said, this is not a look contest, but I mean, I get you do have to be attracted to somebody, but just be honest. You know what I'm saying? So that conversation it didn't go well with those two.
Yeah, and she ended up saying in conversation that she just sometimes feels like she's not enough.
Yeah.
And that foreshadows a lot too. I think that'll foreshadow the rest of the episodes, but we'll see because this was the last one we watched. But then we had Allie and Anton getting ready for the night, and they said they were overdue because remember they were the first ones to propose. They got up out of there. They said they felt like they were overdue to explore the physical side of things.
Yeah.
So you know what that means, back cracking.
And apparently it was some fireworks because they seem like one of the couples that they just mesh well or whatever. He's very attentive to her. He's very caring, you know. So right now they may be a strong couple, you know.
Yep. Then we go to the next day or whatever, and they go out on a helicopter. Some of them go on the boats, watch the whales and the dolphins. Yeah,
they went on like different dates or whatever. Excursions. Someone did like a ATV thing, and she was like, "Oh, he's about to kill me," and all that. He was driving real fast. I think it was Anton and Allie was on the 4-wheeler. Yeah. So, and then we got
Edmond and Katie when they went on their date.
Yeah.
And that conversation that they had about him not being a protector.
Yeah. So she made up this scenario like, what if she was out with him and a guy just was being aggressive with her, approached her like he want to take her from him. He was like, oh, I don't do confrontations.
That's your answer, boy.
He like, I would just walk away. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm not violent. She was like, but he grabbed me like, I'm your wife. He was like, I'll just walk away. Like, so she was like, I'm gonna be the big dog in this relationship.
Alright,
Like,
I need my man to stand up. Somebody walk up to me and grab my arm.
It's gonna turn into gangster real fast.
Thank you.
I'm from Belgium. I don't play by mine. So yeah, she was taken aback by that, you know what I'm saying, about him being protective or whatever, but I just don't think he feels that he's like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with walking away and all that. Shaming you for walking away.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, somebody challenging your manhood right now. And you gonna talk about it.
Yeah, then we get Nick and Annie. They just on a date. He making the grilled cheese and nothing but kissing.
That's a whole lot of kissing going on. It's just like nobody's.
Can we be a little less physical and have some real conversation?
It's like we talk for me. It's like, oh my God, man. It's just a little overwhelming with all the kissing. It's
all the physical.
Yeah, it's like they're more. Where's the substance?
Yeah. Teach these people how to have some conversations. Can the show give them something to talk about? Please.
Besides kissing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was watching a teenage movie about the prom or something.
Yeah. Then we get where they get into the party.
They was everybody met up, you know what I'm saying? All the guys got to see each other again. They got to see the other girls. Mm-hmm. And the girls got to see the guys that they didn't see for the first time. So everything was cool. Everybody drinking, and you know it's finna turn up. You know what I'm saying?
Taking shots. You know what happened when people start taking shots?
A drunk man
Tell sober thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So we got them talking and having a sex conversation. We always know that comes up in every season when they meet up. Who had sex the night before? And everybody say, yeah, we did, except Edmond and KB. And KB, Edmond tells us, not KB, but Edmond tells us, she says she want to wait till we get married.
Yeah. And that's only 4 weeks. But he's like,
only 4 weeks. That is only 4 weeks. Yeah. But Edmond tells the guys, no, I can't do that. I'm gonna need me some before we get married.
Right.
I need to taste what I'm getting.
Right.
Before we get married.
Yeah.
He tells the guys this before he tells her.
Right. So he's like, so y'all gonna marry somebody without testing, doing it first? He's like, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah, Edmond has conversations everywhere. And here we go back to Edmond being or wanting to be the center of attention. He comes over there rubbing her down with sun lotion, licking her feet.
Yeah.
And then, after all that chaos, he has the conversation with Annie about not going with
Brendan. Yeah.
The guys love Brendan.
Yeah, they do.
They love Brendan. So they were hurt that she chose. Who she chose?
She chose Nick.
Nick. They were hurt she chose Nick.
And when Nick came in, when Nick had proposed, he came in and was like, hey guys, I'm married. Nobody said nothing.
All the guys, crickets.
We was like, wow.
That's the first time I saw that. Nobody celebrated him when he got engaged because they were all friends with Brendan.
Yeah.
But yeah, and had that conversation with her. He wanted to check her for rejecting his friend.
Yeah.
We know we had that happen in the UK season. That didn't go well.
Same storyline.
Yeah. But Jordan, remember? No, Joe. It was Joe who got drunk.
Yeah, Joe. So Joe got super drunk.
Remember, he's with Madison.
He got super drunk. He's over there. He's not, so she's trying to come talk to him, kind of be around him. He's just ignoring her, and she's just in her feelings like, oh my, don't you see me standing here? So he's all playing with the guy. They laugh. You know how guys do, So she just goes to sit down like, what's going on? He's acting weird. So they just drinking, and then he come up to her like, I think I need to go lay down.
I need to go lay down.
She was like, what's wrong? Like, he was like, I hear whatever. He was lit. He was off his
beyond.
You know what I'm saying? But we said why he was like that. He was feeling some type of way.
Yeah,
you know
after you could tell. I think a lot of times, again, here come the therapist. But a lot of times when people get drunk like that, especially in situations like these, they're trying to mask something. They're trying to hide something. They're trying to work through something, get over something. Feelings, they're trying to escape. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. They're trying to escape. So he was trying to escape from him not being attracted to her, to Madison. He was trying to escape from that. He was trying to escape from meeting all the other women that he might have actually been physically attracted to. He was trying to escape from his feelings when it came to his level of attraction to her. And thinking, now I gotta hurt this girl who got this condition. Now I gotta hurt her.
But she was like, oh my God, the sex was great and it was...
Yeah, the thing, again, they had sex. We know what that can do. Why do people on this show love to have sex with people they're not attracted to?
Because they're in the moment. They're in the moment. They're in a hotel. They're in a hotel. And
if he would not have done it, she would have known he wasn't feeling her that kind of way.
So it was like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, like, situation. Yeah. So yeah, he got drunk, man. He was like he went to take a nap, and so she went and be like, Nick, Joe's acting weird, like, what's going on, you know? So that was going on with Joe and Madison. Just a lot of avoidance, you know.
Yeah. And the show kind of ends with the two of them. I think that episode ends with the two of them and her crying on the couch, because at the end of the pool party, you know, with everybody else, she goes out. She goes back to the room and is checking on him, you know, to see if he's okay. He went home and passed out drunk. Yeah. She goes to check on him, try to wake him up, and he's like, where are you going? 5-6 questions over and over again, like he was incoherent.
He was.
Yeah, he was, because he was still drunk.
Yeah, so she's getting upset and annoyed, and she was like, I'm freaking out, like, what's wrong with you, like?
Yeah.
She and Dr. Jaden said, did he take something?
I'm like, did he take something besides the liquor? Liquor don't usually have you like that, disorient.
He was out of it, though. He was just like, man. So he finally woke up. He was like, what are you talking about? I'm woke now. Let's talk.
Yeah, he tried to make it seem like it's normal. So I'm like, does he, on the normal, I'm looking forward to the other episodes, does he on the normal get blackout drunk like that? It sounds like that's something the usual for him. Yeah,
this didn't seem like somebody that just got drunk, you know, because they on vacation.
Yeah.
It was like, I turned up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was drinking, but I didn't see her drinking a lot.
Nah, people like that scared me.
Yeah, so she was freaking out.
That's scary to me. And I get why she was freaking out and crying, because I would have been too. People that get blackout drunk like that and think it's like okay and don't see a problem with it, yeah, that scares me too.
Yep. So that's what happened with Joe and Madison. Yeah.
Before we go.
So Edmond and KB was having a conversation. It was about the sex thing. And he was just like, why you want...
This is them back home now.
Yeah, they back in the room. And so they just talking about all the other couples who they think the strong is. And he's like, well, people might think we the strongest couple. She's like, I don't care what other people think. But I can see why I might think that.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of worried about what everybody else. He's one of those type of people. Like, he cares what other people think. And so... they talking about the sex thing. He was like, I'm such a nice guy, and he just bust out crying. Like, we was like, you didn't get none? So
he said he was crying because he thought, well, they had the deeper conversation for him. What really got to him was that she said, I made guys wait longer than 4 weeks. I made guys wait for like 9 months. And she was like, that's because I really had a connection with those guys, so I was trying to build something with them. And she was like, the only people that I've had one night stands with or people that I slept with pretty quickly was people that I didn't really care about building anything with. Yeah. I didn't want nothing from them, so, you know, I just did it and we moved on. And he was like, but that doesn't make sense. And I get what he's saying, But he was like, that doesn't make sense. Why would you give it up to somebody that you don't want to build nothing with? He was like, but I'm working hard. I'm rubbing your feet. I'm telling you I love you. I'm giving my all, baby. Why you won't give me no poo nanny? And I was like, boy, please. I'm Mr. Nice Guy. Get for being nice all the time. And I'm like, oh, here comes the drama.
Yeah, so that was with them. He was just crying and
he crying because he Mr. Nice Guy. When guys say, I'm Mr. Nice Guy, women treat me wrong, I say run.
Yeah.
Run.
Always guilt tripping.
Yeah. Don't guilt trip. You're not finna guilt trip me into getting no poo nanny.
Because my thing is, you didn't know her back then. Why you care? Okay, if she did have all these one night stands, what that got to do with you? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she might have did that with them, but like she said, I take you serious. You know, I'm not in a rush. So it's just because all the other guys.
Yeah, he feels left out.
And she was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that."
That they were the only couple that didn't. But yeah, so we're looking forward to the fireworks and what happens. Right now, I don't see nobody staying married. They may get married. 2 other couples may get married, but when that reunion pop up, I don't see any of them stay married.
What I want to see is when they meet all the other people.
Other people and parents. I want to see that too.
When they get back from the thing and then they all meet up and the people that they didn't choose.
They second choices or the people that went home. I'm really looking forward to the people that went home, even though it was only 2 of them, how they gonna act when they meet them.
Right. So yeah, that is Love is Blind.
Season 9.
Season 9, Denver.
Yeah.
Our breakdown of the first.
I know it was long.
The first 6 episodes.
I know it was long, so if you guys want to, I should have said that in the beginning. If you guys want to pause and come back and watch again, you know, while you're doing stuff, ride out with it. Yeah, you can do that, definitely.
Because I ate my food
a long time ago.
The video was over.
That man eat fast. Y'all see, I still had 30 minutes more food.
I love some wings, man.
Yeah. But we look forward to reviewing the rest of the season.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to wait till all 12 episodes. The rest of the 3 episodes, because I think 3 already dropped. 3 more already dropped. But we're going to review the rest of the 6, and then we're going to do the reunion.
So, yeah, guys. Thank you for
watching our first mukbang.
Yeah, we're going to do plenty more mukbangs, different food. I'll eat slower next time.
Yeah.
So y'all can see what we eating and everything. But, yeah, we got Dr. J and G Reviews. Y'all got to like, share, subscribe, comment. Just see where we going next or what we're going to do next, you know.
We can't wait to show you guys. Leave in a comment what you would like to see us. If there's any other shows or movies you want to see us review, leave it in the comments because we be watching TV.
Yeah, we watch a lot of TV, a lot of shows, and not a lot of movies, but a lot of shows.
Yeah.
So we will review whatever y'all is watching or we will watch too.
All right, review crew. See you guys later.
Bye.
That's going to be a hell of a lot of editing.